So this is a very weird one. If you have not heard, an entire Amtrak train supposedly disappeared on November 30th at around 8 a.m. It left St. Louis and it was supposed to arrive in Chicago. Now, before we do go ahead and get any further, news and media did come out. For example, this article from FirstAlert4.com later that night and said that the train was supposedly found. The train had approximately 253 passengers on board. So again, hours later, the train was found, supposedly. But I still have a few questions because I'm going to go ahead and play the video clip that everybody is talking about. You are going to hear the Amtrak worker say that no other train went past this train and they can't find it.
No other train has passed that train. I do not know if we're going to make it or when we're going to make it. So know when you get on, these are your choices.
They just said that the train that left from here at 8 o'clock this morning, crazy, the train that left St. Louis at 8 a.m. didn't make it to Chicago, they said?
Right. I'm going to Springfield.
That's a little, and they don't even know, like they lost communication with the train? That's some scary, like, yeah, oh Lord. If they, because no other train has passed where it would be, and oh God, I hope these people are okay. God bless. Ooh. Oh my goodness.
So they just said try again on another day. These are your choices. I'm not telling you not to take the train. I'm just giving you the information now, so you're not on the train saying, why didn't anybody tell me?
So this video is starting to go viral. It now has over 1 million views. A lot of people are seeing it. And then not too long after this video came out, it started to go viral and a lot of people on different social media platforms were reposting it and talking about it. News and media then suddenly come out and again say that the train was found. But look at this news report and tell me what's missing.
Meanwhile, an Amtrak train full of about 250 holiday travelers that left St. Louis for Chicago around 8 this morning never made it all the way, at least by rail. Amtrak says the train's wheels went off the tracks just outside Chicago. Passengers were moved to charter buses and taken the rest of the way, others opting to take rideshare. No injuries were reported and the cause is still under investigation. They say remaining trains tonight and tomorrow are operating as normal.
So if you're curious as to what's missing in this news clip, where's the train? Where is any video footage of the train derailment? Where's any video footage that the passengers had taken on their cell phones of the train derailment, of them angry that they had to get on the buses after the train had derailed? 253 passengers, and during a time that people pretty much videotape everything and anything, not one person videotaped this train derailment. Now, if it wasn't a bad derailment, which it sounds like it wasn't, given the fact that it said that one rail car lost contact with the tracks at low speeds and the rest of the rail car, the rest of the train was on the tracks, then how come no other train saw this train? How come no other train went past this train? It's such a bizarre and odd story. And the lack of video footage coming from the passengers, the news, and so forth of the actual train makes it that much more bizarre. And still, as of right now, given the fact that this is a viral story, none of the passengers that were on the train have come out and said that they were on this actual train. And here's what happened. We have to take the word from this one news station. Sometimes I think these stories are manufactured to see how much we will go ahead and believe and how much we will not believe, and how much we will go ahead and believe news and media, even when they have no video footage, even when they have no photos. I mean, you'll find many news stories of train derailments that show video footage or photos of the actual train derailing.
Enfield. Chopper 11 flying over the scene earlier this morning. We know this train was carrying coal when it crashed yesterday, forcing Amtrak cancellations up and down the East Coast.
Or passengers speaking out, like this train derailment that happened in Boston.
And the Fitchburg line as well.
The derailment forced the commuter rail to bus passengers between Lawrence and Andover. That, combined with the reduced number of trains in service, caused delays of up to an hour on the coldest morning of the winter so far.
I like it better without the train wreck.
I was supposed to be in 8:30, won't be there until probably 10 o'clock.
It was kind of like just a feeling of great, here we go again.
So in every news story of a derailed train or a train causing delays, you're going to find video footage. but in here you're not, and it kind of gives off Malaysian Flight 370 vibes. That's what a lot of people are saying. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support. And as of right now, since I made that video, there has been no videos, photos of the train, no passengers speaking out. It's just bizarre. But I still go back to what I said originally. They are testing people to see what they can make them believe. They'll release a very weird story out on social media, and the news will come out with no photos, no videos, no nothing, and people will still believe the news. That is not good.
We all know Texas has some crazy sightings, weird animals, weird cryptids, but take a look at this dash cam footage. Did they capture a rake or some sort of humanoid being running across the road? Or is this AI? Some people swear it's not, some swear it is. It has the internet divided. Take a look at this footage. I have slowed it down, and tell me what you think. Is this real or is this fake? And if it's real, what is this thing? Comment below.
Quiet night out here. Whoa! What the? Did you see that? Hold on.
It ran across.
Headlights just blinked. What is that thing?
It's gone. It's in the trees.
Quiet night out here. Whoa! Quiet night out here. Whoa! What the? Did you see that? Hold on.
It ran across.
Headlights just blinked. What is that thing?
It's gone. It's in the trees.
That video came from the paranormal chick, and in the day and age of AI, it's hard to say what's real and what's fake, but more and more people are capturing this pale looking entity on camera. And not just that, this is the exact same thing that man in North Carolina saw that hopped in his truck when he called 911, and it was confirmed that was a true and real story. Matter of fact, that video and other videos reminds me of this very eerie story right here, still taking place in Texas.
We got a story about a year ago that was really creepy, and this took place in East Texas. And this fella liked to hunt hogs. Hunting's kind of expensive, so he wanted to get him a nice thermal scope. You know, we're talking about a good one. They're about $5-6 grand to put on his AR-10. So he goes out there in this real thick piney wood forest. He puts his back against a tree and sits down on the ground, and there's glass in this area with that thermal scope. Well, he sits there for about an hour and a half and no hogs. So he's like, well, maybe I should move. So he's like, okay. He gets up, he moves about 150 yards away from where he was previously sitting, sits down, puts his back to the tree again. Now he's glassing in the opposite direction, looking for stuff. Well, about that time, he sees the heat signature of something moving. And he's like, oh yeah, pigs are coming in. This is going to be it. He gets ready. Well, he starts watching this thing. And at first he thought it was a bear, but then he said the more he watched it, it wasn't a bear. He said it looked like a naked human being. And he said this thing was crawling on all fours, and it crawled directly to where the tree he was just sitting at. And he said this thing is getting its face up to the bark, and it's examining, and it's transfixed on where he was just sitting. And he's watching all this, and it looks like a white signature through his thermal scope. He said this thing sits down, and it puts its hands between its legs, and it's like squatting. And he says it looks directly in his direction.
Oh, no.
And he's like, oh, no, I think it can see me. And he said it looks up like a wolf is going to howl. But he says, it says, help. I need help. And he said it's in a woman's voice. And he said a few seconds later, it says again, I'm injured. I need help. Is there someone that can help me? And he's like, man, I don't know. He takes his AR off safety and he shoots around over its head. He doesn't want to shoot it just in case it's a person. He said it doesn't move. He said it breaks to the left and starts running. And he's trying to follow it, but there's all these trees and brush in the way, so he's losing it. He says he touches off another round. Pow! It's still moving. But where it's moving is the opposite direction of where his truck is. So he's like, I'm not messing around. He said he ran to his truck, and he ran faster than he's probably ever ran. He got in his truck, and he's like, I don't know what that was.
Never used a scope again.
Never didn't.
See, that would be
always
one.
Like,
Where
did it go?
Where is he?
That would be one I wouldn't go. I don't know if I'd hunt.
I get chill bumps every time.
I just got it.
Every time.
There is a cryptid called the Rake, and I strongly believe a lot of these cryptids are indeed real. And again, I always go back to the so-called powers that be know that as well, that they are being seen more and more, and they're probably being released from these deep underground military bases and so forth, these chimeras, and they're giving us this powerful form of AI to blur those lines of reality, to have that excuse of it's just AI.
On October 6th of 2022, a group of hunters known as the Hunting Public on YouTube were out in a remote area of Missouri, and they began to hear something disturbing in the distance. And while they couldn't see who it was, they could make out some of the words, and it disturbed them so much that they stopped what they were doing and began to record. And it started to paint a gruesome picture. Take a look.
Chills all down my back. Yeah. I've never witnessed anybody screaming like that. Yeah. Something not good's going on.
At this point, they were trying to pinpoint an area so they could notify authorities. But what happens next is truly bizarre. Now they safely made it out of the woods, but when the authorities arrived, they never found anything. And this footage is the only evidence that anything ever happened at all. But let me know what you think.
Given the fact that it really sounds like the authorities really did not investigate anything, maybe these individuals stumbled upon one of the elite's hunting parties.
The only thing I hear about Airbnbs is how terrible they are and all the really freaky, creepy stuff that happens in them. So here's episode 2 of Nightmare Airbnbs, or Nightmare BNBs. I don't know. Anywho, this couple was staying in an Airbnb. They were flipping through the channels on their TV when they realized one of the channels is just a video of a toilet. They got really freaked out because they could tell that it's some sort of like hidden camera situation. And they figured they'd check to see if it was their toilet in their Airbnb. So the wife gets up, goes into the bathroom, steps towards the toilet, and it is indeed their toilet. Now, I know what I would do in a situation like this if I stumbled upon something like this and it was the toilet that I was supposed to use. I would leave and get my money back. Well, they decided to stay and try to find the camera in these vents. Hopefully they left after that.
This is the exact reason why I stay at hotels, even though hotels do give me a creepy feeling too. And who knows how many other Airbnbs are doing the exact same thing and have not been caught yet. Take a look at this video from Bobby Curtis Lee.
It's videos like this one that make me wonder how many times we've been recorded without our knowledge and consent.
Yeah, we've kind of been freaked out, man. A little bit. That little piece right there was just barely, I could barely see it. And I said, what the heck's that? And I popped that little tile and I pulled it down.
If you haven't seen the full video, it's about a couple with a young child who is staying at an Airbnb in Hocking Hills, Ohio. The husband goes to use the bathroom and sees something in the corner. When they pull the ceiling tile back, they discover a hidden camera in the ceiling. The wife says that she had earlier been in the bathroom completely unclothed, getting dressed to go into the hot tub. They call police and the Airbnb's owner is arrested shortly after. This is him. His name is Jason Yard, and it was later revealed that he had footage from dozens of different people, all guests in his Airbnb, and all totally unaware that they were being watched and recorded. And the footage that he had spanned over several years. Some of the victims were even children. It's just so scary to think that this could literally happen anywhere and to anyone, and you might not even suspect it. Jason was sentenced to serve up to 9 years in prison and will have to register as an offender upon his release, but the invasion of privacy this family dealt with is honestly traumatizing.
Hey, how does Walmart know what I'm buying in cash? I got an email from them this afternoon that says, hey, can you rate this product that you purchased recently? And I did purchase that product recently from Walmart. I bought it in cash, right? I walked to the electronics section and bought a USB charging cable with cash and then walked out. And I know that the first, you've already started typing. It's the Walmart app on your phone, you moron. That is a fair assumption. I do not have the Walmart app on my phone. I've never had the Walmart app on my phone. And further, I did not have my phone with me on this trip. Here's how I know I didn't have my phone with me on this trip. I remember specifically talking to the employee in the back of the electronics section and trying to explain specifically which USB connector I was looking for. And I couldn't explain it well, and so I tried to pull my phone out to show the gentleman what I was looking for, and I didn't have my phone on me. And so I had to continue my game of terrible charades and torture this poor guy until he finally was like, well, look, here's what we've got, and then I was able to find what I needed. But the point being, my phone was not on my person. I don't think I even had my headphones on my person. I didn't have any electronic devices on me. So how does Walmart know what I purchased in cash?
We are definitely living in scary 1984 times. Matter of fact, he's not the only one. Walmart has faced multiple class action lawsuits violating privacy laws with surveillance cameras and using AI facial recognition databases. This is how they know who you are, what you're doing, whether you pay with cash or not. Welcome to the AI nanny state.
It was a nearly $40,000 investment with the promise of a new smile at a Ponte Vedra dental office. But something went terribly wrong during the dental implant surgery. And now this 44-year-old father is dead. His father has filed a complaint against the dentist with the Florida Department of Health and is calling for his license to be revoked. Our investigation has uncovered this isn't the first patient to die after being worked on by this dentist.
This is my son. This is my son today. This is my heart and my soul today.
Holding his son's ashes, Roy Estes still can't believe what happened. It was inside this office building in Ponte Vedra where his son, who he says had a heart of gold and dedicated his time to helping the elderly, went to have dental implants on October 10th.
They advertise an all-in-one. So he was going to have 23 teeth pulled and 10 implants, and then two full arches of teeth on top of the implants.
Amy Rao says her fiancé, Roy Estes III, who was in pain from an infection, chose a dentist listed online simply as Dr. Franco with Florida Dental Implant Studio.
Dr. Franco had good reviews on his website, and they were Google reviews, and he had like a 4.8 star, and there were 64 reviews on there, and all of them were amazing.
His website touts same-day smiles and includes this picture on the front page with actor Mark Wahlberg. The caption says the celebrity proudly endorses Dr. Franco. However, a representative for Wahlberg tells us he does not know this person and does not endorse him.
He was very overly caring. Acted like he wanted to help him and get him out of pain as quick as possible.
Roy's treatment plan included a full mouth dental implant restoration done in one day.
All the other places that we had talked to said that, it could be a couple of weeks because they would need to fight the infection a little bit before they would do surgery. And also because he dipped and said that he needed to stop the nicotine for 5 to 7 days before surgery. This one didn't. They said that he was like, that was fine. And the same with the infection. He's like, no, the sooner we get the teeth out, the sooner you'll feel better and you'll have a new smile.
And how much was he going to charge for the surgery? Was it a lot less than the others?
He price matched to be the less of the three.
And how much was that?
$38,494.
Amy drove her fiance to the appointment, but when she got to the office, she said something didn't feel right. What were the red flags when you took him to the Ponte Vedra office?
Looking around at the half-finished office was my first red flag, like walking in there and no chairs in their waiting room. The receptionist desk didn't have a countertop, I don't believe.
She snapped this picture of Roy at the dental office before she headed to work.
I'm kind of like looking around and questioning everything, but at that point, he's already getting doped up in the chair, and it's like my intuition was saying, okay, just put him over my shoulder and carry him out of there or something, but I'm okay. Well, he's a professional. And I even asked him, like, are you sure that you can handle, like, he's got sleep apnea, you're equipped for all this? And he just kept saying, yes, everything's going to be fine. He's in good hands. He's going to have a great smile. His infection's going to be gone.
Hours later, just after 12:30 in the afternoon, according to this report, a call came in to St. Johns County Fire Rescue.
Hey, Fire Rescue.
Hey, I got a call at 814 A1A North.
Okay, caller. Hello?
It's going to be Suite 102.
Suite 102, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, caller?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on?
Yeah, send the ambulance,
Listen, they're on the way, okay? And your address is 814 A1A North?
Yes.
Okay, but listen, they're on the way. Suite 102, okay, but they're on the way for helping, okay?
1 o'clock is when Dr. Franco called me and said that Roy stopped breathing. He said that he pulled all his bottom teeth and got partial done with the top, and Roy started coming to some. So at that point is when he started to say something, and I was like, well, what was he saying? He's like, well, I couldn't really make it out, and like gurgling or something, and then he just took a couple breaths and stopped breathing.
My grandson calls me and says, Grandpa, are you sitting down? And he goes, Dad's dead. And from there,
Roy never made it home. His death certificate lists his place of death as the dental office. His manner and cause of death still pending.
This is definitely a nightmare story, and my heart goes out to the family, but just from listening to the story, I feel like there were so many red flags right down to the office itself. The wrong person working on your teeth, or you feel like this person just isn't right, no matter how many 5 stars they get, you should always listen to your gut, and somebody working on your teeth improperly can definitely lead to you passing away.
So my mom recently bought this old sewing machine. She got it for $50. This guy said he was getting rid of all of his wife's old belongings because she had passed away. Well, these things typically sell for hundreds of dollars. Well, anyway, since bringing it into her house, she's been having paranormal activity, like lights turning on, things falling off the shelves. Well, my nephew recently has been pointing at it and saying, monster, monster. So anyway, I got some ghost hunting equipment, and I'm about to do an investigation on the sewing machine. If you were the wife of the man who sold this table,
look at there. Right away.
did you attach yourself to the table when he sold it? If so, ring the bell. Ring the bell if you attached yourself to this table because you like to sew. Do you like your sewing machine being in this house?
I meant it. No. Rose. Rose.
Your name's Rose?
Visit visit you.
Do you visit us because you're attached to this table? Yes.
I do not know why people buy antiques. I always personally felt like energies attach themselves to items, and I stay far away from these antique places.
People in Alberta captured images of an object lighting up the night. Witnesses spotted this fireball high in the sky. It was seen from areas across the province and lasted between 10 to 20 seconds, heading from the northeast to the southwest, while some online sleuths have suggested it could be space debris on re-entry, but there has been no formal confirmation.
Am I the only one noticing that more and more of these quote-unquote fireballs are seen across the skies, and it seems like they really have no answers for it? But I have also been noticing across multiple social media platforms, people are talking about these very strange lights being seen in the skies. In a span of a week, these have been seen all across the country. Some want to suggest that they are spotlights, but others are not buying it because they have been doing some very bizarre things.
It's gotta be a light, right? Damn.
That's the same light I saw. There's no reflection.
Este importante avistamiento se da en el marco de la gran oleada ovni que desde hace más de un mes se ha venido manifestando en los Estados Unidos.
This is weird. There it is. It just keeps like erratically moving. Tisha and Robbie saw it earlier as they were driving down the road. Not sure where it's coming from because it doesn't have like a point of origin. It's not like shooting downwards or anything. And it doesn't have like, oh, see, oh dang, ignore this light. Yeah, see, it's all the way over here now. Alright. If I get sucked into space, this is my declaration. Oh, and now it was all the way over here. Oh, man. No idea what that is. Oh, hold on. Oh, crap. It's right here. Oh, son of a bitch. Look at it. Just erratic. Like, wildly.
So yeah, people all over the country are seeing these lights and they have no identifiable source. But outside of these lights, people are also seeing purple lights in the skies as well.
I'm outside right now in my backyard and look what I'm seeing in the sky.
What is that? No, legit. What is that? Why is it turning purple to red? No. What is that? It went from look. It's about to be purple again. What? Yo. Somebody comment down below. What is that?
I'm driving on the freeway and I see this in the sky. Now, don't mind the lines right here. That's just my camera. But I caught this on the freeway. It's just sitting there. There's no other light reflecting whatever that is. And mind you, it's behind the clouds. It's so foggy. I don't know what that is. God bless America, man. This is in San Diego, California. San Diego, California, downtown. While everybody's sleeping and getting drunk, the orb is just sitting there. I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
It's alien!
But look, so you see how it starts to fade?
Yeah.
Look how it starts to fade, but you can still see it clear as day on my camera.
Right?
Oh, Sayana!
Oh, shoot.
Come on, I want to see girl. Picker again. Don't lock us out. And go put the pickles back.
See, that's like the reflection of the principal building right there.
That's what I'm saying, but that is crazy because I was like, damn, that's the bus station over there, and I'm like, that's just a parking garage, and they ain't got no light emitting from it. No,
it probably is the bus station because they're on some weird. What is it though?
Well, but I'm like, you don't see any light.
Oh, it's fading.
You don't see any light emitting from where it was, you know? Like,
right?
Even if you zoom in.
You can't look at it because it'll go away.
No, I've been looking at it. Look.
You can still see it.
Yeah, it is linked to our consciousness. Dude, at this point.
Japan's royal family claimed. Did you know Japan's royal family claims they descend from an ancient reptilian race for educational entertainment purposes only? Here's the proof. Japan's oldest texts openly record a bloodline linked to non-human reptilian beings. Japan's imperial line, the oldest monarchy on Earth, traces its ancestry to Toyota Mahaim, daughter of Ryujin, the Dragon King who lived in a vast undersea palace. The Kojoki, a text containing Japan's imperial family's official divine genealogy, and the Nihon Shoki, a text including heavenly descent of the imperial ancestors, describe him as a shape-shifting reptilian being who could appear human when needed. And the imperial family even has relics today that theorists claim were given to the royal family from this reptilian race. The mirror, said to be an ancient device used to communicate with deities, which could be similar to the obsidian scrying mirror that John Dee used to contact angelic beings. The sword, taken by the storm deity Susanoo, who defeated the 8-headed serpent Orochi, who was guarding it. Some say the sword is actually a plasma blade that uses ether technology, just like the sword of He-Man. And the Magatama, a jewel shaped like a reptilian eye, found in prehistoric Jamon and Yayoi archaeological sites that was, you guessed it, biology that turned into hardened geology. So it's actually the petrified eye of a dragon. For centuries, Japanese folklore has described an entire spectrum of reptilian beings, including the kappa, seen in Edo period scrolls, similar to water nymphs in Greek mythology. But here's where it gets stranger. Thousands of years before these myths were even written, the Jomon people made the Dogu figurines, wide-eyed, armored, reptilian shapes that look nothing like humans and appear across Japan for millennia. But Japan isn't alone. The Sumerian Apkallu, the African Dogons Nomu, the Hindu Nagas, ancient Chinese Dragon Kings, and Mesoamerica's Quetzalcoatl. Different continents, different cultures, same exact pattern. So what if these weren't myths? What if an ancient reptilian civilization survived or resurfaced after a global cataclysm and restarted humanity by interbreeding with them? Japan has the oldest reptilian artifacts and a current living reptilian bloodline. This makes Japan ground zero for understanding when these beings existed. If the same beings shaped Japan, Sumer, Africa, India, China, and the Americas, then humanity may be living on the ruins of a forgotten reptilian age that at one time, as all of these cultures claim, reptilian beings interbred with humans and gave birth to a divine royal bloodline just like Japan. Sound familiar? Did you know Japan?
So I found this video from Sage of Lores to be very interesting because I had spoken in my last video about reptilians and shapeshifters, but it goes all the way back in the past and it mixes with royalty. They have always been here and masquerading as humans. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.